So I want to quickly, oh, someone is coming. I don't know who.
Someone is here.
Okay, I want to quickly show you where you find all the resources on Edmodo. So we are class CG, right? So what I did, let me just close this.
Oh my God, sorry. Oh, fuck.
Okay, what I did is for your online lessons is in this section on the right, it's the assessment section. It will remind you it's coming. Yeah. And if you go to the main page.
Yeah, wait.
On the 11th of March, I posted everything for operations, which is the topic we're doing in school. If you go to 11th of March at 10:23, you're looking at this page here.
Yep.
So everything in operations, we are doing the topics in here. So I think in school, we finish up here, efficiency. And then we'll continue on quality and inventory and supply and chain. Yeah. Anyone else? Did you know where to find all the resources? Can you see this on my computer screen?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I want to check if we've done this part. Wait. Here. Have we finished lean production?
No.
No.
Not yet.
No.
Have we talked about
the advantages and the disadvantages of competitors? Like
okay, so we haven't talked about wait. Labor intensive.
Yes.
Oh, we did.
Labor intensive. I think yes.
Which one?
Yeah, yes, we did.
This is last Friday class.
I think yeah, it's last week.
We've done time-based.
Time-based, I don't think so.
No.
Not yet.
No.
Cell?
No.
Okay. So I think I'll start from here. From lean, okay. Wait.
So could you like tell me, sir, how many chapters do we have left in our syllabus?
We only have finance and HR.
Oh, just 2 more chapters.
Yeah, that's it.
How long is it going to take to finish that?
We finish everything in early May or mid-May.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
We have vacation next 2 weeks, right?
Oh, we have vacation next 2 weeks, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Our terms ends at like 3rd of April, right?
Yes. So because we're only doing 2 hours per week in business, so I cannot go through each single slide with you. So I'm only going to focus on those important ones, and then you need to spend some time to read through the content yourself.
You're going to upload on Edmodo, right?
Everything is on Edmodo, Saif. You need to check. Yeah?
Okay. Yeah, thank you, sir.
So for lean production, the definition is to reduce all kinds of waste in the production process. This is one important way to actually improve your operations. Let me see if I can type here. Okay. Important to improve operation efficiency. Okay. Now, we're trying to reduce all the waste we have in our production. So in that way, In that way, the efficiency of the operation performance will be better. There are a few ways we can reduce our waste. We can work on the materials, the raw materials. We can also work on the time, the energy, and the human effort. So there are 4 ways we can reduce waste. Okay, now I'm gonna move on to the next part, which is the aims of lean production. This slide is important here.
0.002.
The purpose of doing lean production, we're trying to make sure in our operations, there's no delay, there's no residual inventory, there's no mistakes, there's no waiting time, and there's no accidents. If we can try to achieve all of this, our waste will be minimal. Our operation will be actually the most efficient. And of course, it's very difficult to achieve all of this, but if you really haven't think about this in a company, you wouldn't try to achieve this. So on the right, there are a few techniques we need to talk about in lean production. The reason we have to talk about this is because how we use lean production in our operation. There are different methods here. We have time-based. We have cell production, or we have Kaizen. We have just in time. For benchmarking, I'm gonna quickly just skip through because it's not as important as the other 4. I think the most important approach for lean production is just in time and Kaizen, these 2. Because most of the time they are actually in your exams. I don't know why, but they like to test your Kaizen just-in-time production. Okay, so I'm going to explain one by one. So the first one will be time-based. If you have questions along the way, can you just use the chat to send me a message so I can see? Yeah?
What are we supposed to do?
Just taking notes, listen to me, and ask any questions through here.
Okay. Cool.
Okay. Now the first method we're using for lean production is time-based. Okay. In here, this is the key part you need to know. We are trying to be faster than our competitors when we're producing our product, okay? This is called time-based. The quicker you can produce your product in a shorter time than your rivals, the more sales you have. The more sales you have. Examples, Domino. They deliver your pizza within 30 minutes. If you're thinking to get pizza, if Domino tells you, we deliver in 30 minutes, but Pizza Hut tells you, we deliver in 1 hour, which one you pick?
Pizza Hut.
Why? You want to wait for 1 hour?
So quality.
Okay, you don't mind to wait for 1 hour just because of the quality. When the pizza gets to you, it's all cold.
No, then Domino's, yeah.
Okay. Because they can do 2 rounds of deliveries. So they have more sales in 1 hour. But for Pizza Hut, 1 hour, only 1 round of sales. So they are faster. Yeah? So this is called time-based. The quicker you are, the more sales you have, and the less waste you have. You know, Amazon as well, they deliver within 24 hours. Sometimes you buy from eBay, right? They deliver like 3 to 5 days, 7 days. So of course they are faster. So they have more sales. Okay, are we all clear with time-based? It's quite simple concept, yeah. So the next one is sales. Okay, this one. Okay, how do we describe sales? I'm gonna now let me just grab a piece of paper. I can draw something.
Organizing.
Can you just quickly write down the definition and then I'll draw a graph? We are organizing actually production in different teams. It's like a cell, right? Okay, I'll show you. If you look at the paper here, okay, I put a few people in each team, in each cell, because the shape is like a cell. So they work together for one production, one of the process, one of the stage of production. So this team work together in their cell. This team work together in their cell, okay? Because we think this way, we can put people in different cells. They have different skills. They have different experience. So they can make sure the production and operation is more effectively this way. If you know the traditional production way, is here. So this is like a traditional operation in a warehouse or manufacturing company. They just follow the manufacturing process from stage 1 to stage 2, just follow this. But for cell, you can tell each team to work together to accomplish one task in your production. Yeah, they have different skills in there. So basically divided into different stage, into different cells, into different teams. Okay, for this part, I'm gonna quickly highlight a few words, the benefits of using cells. Motivating employees. Also, they share their skills and expertise in the cell. Okay. Each cell is taking responsibility in the production. So that's the benefits for using cell production.
Motivation for shared their skills.
Okay. So at this moment, you can just quickly jot down the key points I highlighted because we don't have enough time. And then when you go back, you can look into the details of each slide. Okay, so those are the 3 benefits of using cell production. And then there are a few disadvantages of using cell production. I'm also going to highlight some keywords. Okay, now the drawbacks. The output may be lower because we're not following a traditional like a flow production system, like one by one stage, just go through. The second drawback will be every cell, they will be at different speed. Some cells, they work faster, some cells, they work slower. So there will be some conflicts and tension between the cells. Just like your teamwork, you have conflicts between your team members, yeah? The last drawback will be the company might need to invest a lot of money on equipment because some cells tells me, oh, they have 8 machinery, but we only have 6. Can you make sure we also have 8 in our cell? So there will be conflicts, there will be tension. Also, every cell will ask for the same thing in their production. So the company might need to invest a little bit more.
So did you upload this on Modo?
Yeah,
It
he
is.
did.
It is.
I can't find it.
11th of March, Saif, the post.
Okay.
Okay, so we have 3 advantages and 3 disadvantages of cell production. That's the second method in lean production. The third one is just in time, just in time. Just in time. This one, the definition is very short. It's basically producing to orders.
Just in time production.
Yeah, so I'll give you one example here. I think it's the next slide. No. Examples. Only produce car parts when they get orders. No, no stock. Why do you think just in time is efficient in reducing the stock?
Because they like make all the products in time so that they don't have to stock.
No. Sometimes
Because they're like producing the amount they're supposed to produce, so they're not having the leftover stocks, right? So that's like reducing the stock, right?
yeah, they are not wasting any stock. They just
no,
wait until they have order to produce.
Yeah.
This is working for some companies, but this is not working for some others. Yeah. But when you do just in time, you have to think about what if we can't get the order in time? That's another thing. Do we have to ask our consumers to wait longer to get the stock if we don't stock up beforehand? Yeah. I'm going to give you the benefits and drawbacks of just in time. Okay. Well, I'm not going to go over each one of this, but you can tell the benefits. Reducing stock, smaller warehouse, less employees, and less risk. Because some stocks, they can be perishable after a while. So the drawbacks, sometimes it depends on the reliability of the suppliers. Depending on your supplier, can you get the stock come in time? There will be some problems with your materials and quality, availability. You also want to respond to the customer's demands in time. Sometimes you just can't do it. for example, if one of the parts of your car is broken and you want to replace it, and then you call the car dealer, you say, how long do I need to wait until I get my parts to be replaced? They might tell you, oh, because our supplier is overseas, so you might need to wait for 2 weeks. Okay, so that's just in time drawbacks. Customers may not have all the demands they want to be fulfilled. Okay, any questions so far?
Oh, sure.
No, sir.
No?
No.
Okay, so I'm gonna stop here for just in time, and I'm going to talk about resources, mix of resources. So we've got two main resources in operations. The first one is labor intensive. The second one is capital intensive. Okay. It's very easy to tell because for labor intensive, they specialized in what? So in your operation, in your production system, employees will be the most important part, yeah? What about a few examples for labor intensive companies? Can we say restaurant, hotels, mining? They are all labor intensive. Why? Because most of their job dependent on the employees. Yeah. What are the capital intensive companies you can think of? Most of their operations will be done by the machines. What are the capital intensive companies you can think of? Nowadays, all the manufacturing will be automatic. It will be done by the machine, yeah? Okay. So for the next two slides, I'm not going to go over because they are telling you the factors influencing the resource mix. Yeah, different types of operation, different price, different availability of resource, different product or process, different technology, different ethics. So when you try to think about what type of operation we're using, are we using labor intensive? Are we using capital intensive? You need to also think about all these factors here. The price, the availability, the nature of your product, yeah? Okay, how do we become more capital intensive? That's another thing we want to talk about. So there are three ways: raising finance, changeover, and innovation. Of course, we need money if we want to invest in our facilities and machineries. We need to raise finance. The second thing we can do, we want to introduce some new equipment for actually producing the product. Yeah, because if you want to become more capital intensive, everything in your production and operations will be done by machineries, will be done by technology. So we need to change over the way we do things. We also need to improve our productivity by innovation. Okay, What if you tell me your company is like more labor intensive? Things cannot be done by machineries. So if you think you're a labor intensive company, you need to make sure you have the right people to work for you. Yeah. You also want to make sure you keep the right people. You need to manage people's knowledge and skills. The problem with labor intensive is because everything in your operation will be relied on employees. So picking the right people, keeping the right people, managing their knowledge and skills, it will be more efficient and effective for your company if your labor is very good standard, okay? Now, it doesn't matter if you're labor intensive or capital intensive. Nowadays, all the companies in their operation, they adopt technology in a way. In certain extent, some companies rely on technology. Some companies, they just, they want to introduce new technology in their company. So there are a few things we can think about in technology. We have robotics. Let me just highlight those. Okay, in order to help operations to become more efficient, we can also use technology like robotics, automation, communication, and design. Okay. Now, this is just a quick explanation to you. What's robotics? Using robot, yeah? They do routine, complex activities. What is automation? What is controlling? What is stock control? What is communication? And what is design? So you have a quick read through by yourself. I'll skip here. Some benefits of using technology, including reducing the cost, improved quality, reducing waste, increasing productivity, and other benefits. We also have financial monitoring. We have new and better product and services. We have better working conditions if you use technology as well. Okay, so all the benefits of using technology here. I'm going to skip all the discussion question and exam style question. If we have time, we'll go back to it. So a quick summary. Rhythm, can you read out the first 2 points?
Yes. Summary. If a business is run as efficiently as possible, then it can gain a competitive advantage. This advantage can be used to either reduce the price to the customer or increase profit margins.
Okay, Saif, the next 2 points.
Lean production is a way of reducing waste from the production line, but it is not an easy task for business to achieve. Technology, including robotics, IT, and automation, can really help with the planning, introduction, and maintaining of the aspects of lean production.
Okay, the question I'm gonna ask is, can you tell me 3 different ways of using lean production in your operations? Anyone?
Sir?
There are 3 or 4 different ways in lean production we can use to reduce the waste in order to improve the operations. What are they? I'll give you one. We've done this.
Oh, okay.
What is JIT?
Just in time.
Yeah.
Then
Cell production.
Resources.
Yeah.
Time-based.
Time-based. Yes. Good. So these two are important. Did we do Kaizen? We haven't done Kaizen, right?
No, sir.
No.
Let me see, where is Kaizen? So Kaizen is in quality because the next chapter is quality. So we'll do Kaizen in quality. Okay, now I'll put Kaizen here. Just to let you know, this one will be in the next chapter. This is also one of the lean production method we can use. Okay, quality. Going to go straight into quality. First, definition of quality. Is a measure of excellence which is free from defect or significant variance. So basically, the higher the quality is, the higher the consumer satisfaction is. When you buy stuff, you expect the quality to be to the highest possible standard. That's from the consumer's perspective, yeah? But for company, they cannot avoid any defects. It's happening. So also, quality is a personal matter. You all have different personal opinions on quality. It's a very subjective matter. Everyone has a different view on quality on the same product. Okay, I'm going to go straight into, there are some tangible and intangible quality measures you can think about. So for tangible, you look at their appearance, reliability, doability, their functions, their service after sales, repair, yeah? Intangible, you only can look at their brand image, their reputation, their exclusiveness. So I know quality is very personal opinion, but you can think about what are the tangible quality attributes, what are the intangible quality attributes for a product. Okay, so after we know what is quality, and there are different qualities you can actually use to measure their, how to say, their operations. Now, the next slide is the most important section in quality area, which we need to know different methods to improve quality. So now we have two. We have quality control and we have quality assurance. I'll leave this slide on here for a little while. This is important. So Kaizen and TQM are here. But these two are under quality assurance. Yeah. AQA. I'm gonna display this one here for a little while. Okay, so for quality control, it's the system that uses inspections to check the quality of work at different stage of the manufacturing process. Okay, so for quality control, the key thing is inspection, but they only check the quality at the end of each stage, But the difference for quality assurance is this system that improves quality by arranging every process to get product right at the first time. So this one involves every process in your operation, but this one control is only by the end of each stage. They check the quality. But quality assurance is more proactive. They want to make sure the first time they get the product right. Okay? So there will be more work for quality assurance than control, because control is more like a reactive thing. But for assurance, it's like at the very beginning, we need to make sure actually this is working. So we have two different ways to do quality assurance. The first way is called total quality management, So basically, you're trying to create a culture in the entire company for quality assurance. So every aspect in the company, we need to think about quality assurance. So this is long-term strategy. We're building up a quality assurance culture. So this is called TQM. TQM is total quality management. The second method we can use is called Kaizen. Okay, Kaizen is a Japanese philosopher. So he came up with this policy of implementing very small change and gradually incremental changes in order to achieve a better quality. Okay, there is another name in business, we call that continuous improvement. Yeah. If you cannot remember Kaizen and his name, you can use continuous improvement as in quality assurance. Okay, so can you give me one example using Kaizen to improve quality? Like a small change. Nothing. Any examples for Kaizen? If you think about our school, last year, we do not have PT sessions. We do not have PT system, okay? But this year, they made a small change in your timetable. So they add up 15 minutes every day for PT sessions. So it's a small change, but this actually improved the quality of delivering the messages from school to you guys. Yeah, so your PT tell you what's happening, tell you the dates, the important message from the school. So we are continuously implementing small change in the company to achieve a better quality in the future. We're not telling you like we have like 8 hours PT now, but every day, 15 minutes, small change and continuous improvement. Okay, I'm going to go straight away into TQM. There are another slide which is outline this method we can use, TQM. I'll highlight the keywords. So this is a long-term strategy to improve quality, but it's throughout every function area of the business. So every department, they want to build up this culture. Okay, but for Kaizen, for quality assurance system for Kaizen, we know it's for small change, but gradually we're implementing other changes. This sentence is quite important and the key point for Kaizen, because a lot of times people don't realize Kaizen actually encourage people. They encourage every employees to identify the solutions to improve operations. Okay, if you think about TQM to build up the whole culture of the company, this will be from the leadership team. Yeah, the leader tells the whole company, tells every different department, we are building up this culture of checking quality assurance in this company. But for Kaizen, it's bottom up. We tell every employee to tell us how do we improve quality and operations, and then we'll take small steps. Okay, so if you are clear with TQM and with Kaizen, we have one more quality assurance system, which is not as important as these two. We have actually some quality standards we can use. The most common one is the second one, is ISO 9001. You will see some of these numbers on some products because they follow this quality standard. So now we have TQM, total quality management. We have Kaizen, and then we have different standards by different countries and government. So you're trying to guarantee the quality assurance standard is up there for your customers. Okay, so for the benefits and drawbacks of quality system, so benefits and drawbacks, they are very simple to understand. Increase USP, increase sales, increase price, reduce cost, reputation. That's all the benefits of improving quality. These are all the issues of the quality system. The cost, the training, the disruption of production. So those can be the problems if you want to use one of the quality system. Okay, spend some time reading through the benefits and drawbacks of the quality. And then we also need to talk about consequences of the poor quality. Okay, it's not very productive if you're producing all the poor quality products. Yeah. Also, your profit will be affected, of course. Your customer satisfaction will be affected. They're not happy to see the poor quality products. You also need to increase your cost because you're trying to fix up all these poor quality and defects products. So your cost will be more expensive. So that's why we are trying to use all this quality assurance, quality control, and all this approach to improve the quality instead of going into a poor quality production and operations. Otherwise, your customer will not be satisfied, your cost will be higher, there will be lower profit. Yeah. Okay, so I've got one more slide, which is the summary of quality. And Hinsu, do you want to read out the first 2 points?
Quality is a concept which is related to customer satisfaction. The better quality your product, potentially the higher price you can charge.
Okay, Yilin, Simona, the next 2 points.
However, business have to be able to offer a consistent level of quantity and quality.
Quality and
Quality management systems cost money. Business can use either quality assurance, where everybody is responsible for quality throughout the process, or quality control, where the process are checked at stages.
Okay, last thing, quality assurance is also relevant to employee motivation, which is in the HR section, the last chapter we have. So we'll talk about that later. So basically in quality, we need to know the definition of quality. We need to know quality control, quality assurance. There are a few different methods we can use in quality assurance, which is Kaizen, TQM, and quality standards. And also we want to know the benefits and drawbacks of improving quality, the consequences of poor quality. Yeah. So this summarizes the whole topic in operations quality.